Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rewatch. My name is Samuel,
And I'm Jaden.
and today we are going to go through the latest episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian
Yep.
and sort of give our thoughts, give our impressions. I watched the episode a couple of days ago now, so I've sort of had some time to to digest it. Yeah, because I had fun watching the episode, but I definitely have some other thoughts since having that time to digest it. But Jaden, how did you feel? Like, did you enjoy watching the episode, and how did you feel afterwards?
Um, to be honest, I think I enjoyed episode 1 more because I felt like it had more content in it that was driven towards the story that we're given this season. This episode that we've got now, I don't know, it felt like another filler episode, but it just wasn't all that interesting to me. Like, it had a lot of good Baby Yoda moments, which I really liked, and it had a lot of Mando moments in this episode, what I really liked. But other than that, I don't know. It just felt boring because we were stuck in this one cave the whole episode for, a 40-minute episode, and I don't know. I just feel like I should be seeing more, but I'm not.
Yeah, it's like the formula for the Mandalorian is okay. Mandalorian needs to go somewhere. On his way to that place, he gets stuck, or he gets pulled over, or his ship breaks, or he meets someone, and it just felt like we were getting stuck again. I feel like this is exactly how I felt when I was watching season 1. Like, I'm sort of thinking maybe it would be best if they just released it all in one go from a viewing perspective. Not exactly from a fan perspective, because we obviously get to talk about it each week and look forward to the next episode. But if it was all released in the ones in one go, then we could just blitz through it and these episodes wouldn't feel as annoying.
Yeah.
But in this episode, so like the main plot is Mandalorian needs to go somewhere. He needs to find other Mandalorians, right? And after the last episode, he has no idea. He's back at square one again. So he goes to this bar, and we meet the annoying Afro chick again, who I will say is becoming more and more annoying the more she appears. What are your thoughts on that character, by the way?
Yeah, the same sort of things. But who are we talking about here?
So the chick who owns the droids. So
Yeah, her. I actually like her. I feel like she's kind of funny in a way. She didn't really have a big role in season 1 to say, but I feel like they've given her more screen time in season 2. There's better characters out there, obviously, but I don't mind her performance. She adds some sort of comedic relief to the episode, and like I said on our podcast that we just did, that's coming out Friday, we actually see her playing Sabak with this ant-looking character, which also might be an Easter egg to Ant-Man, which is a Marvel movie, because the same director directed that as did with this episode. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So they're playing Sabak, and then I think she has it was called an Idiot's Array, I think, which is a hand that was played in Rebels, and we also see it somewhere else in Star Wars. So they're playing Sabak, which is a good callback to Solo, a Star Wars story, which is where we first saw it, I think.
That's cool. I did like that ant character, and I will say about the Mandalorian, I love all of the aliens that they're introducing. Obviously, so the plot line of this is that Afro chick, she's like, "Oh, Mando, I know where the Mandalorians are," and he's like, "Oh, you should have told me that before." And she's like, "Oh, well, this guy can. What a coincidence. That's very quick to accelerate the plot there. That's very easy and convenient, isn't it, Jon Favreau?" But so then the plot is given. Mando needs to go somewhere, and of course, obviously, it's not that simple. And Mando gets pulled over, or actually, he has to take a passenger, doesn't he?
Yeah.
and he has to take this frog lady. And I will say, like, I really, really liked the design and that character. Um, like, obviously, can't speak English, so we can't understand her until later on in the episode when she, uses that droid to translate herself. But
Yeah.
I really liked her character and the fact that she's a mother and she has her eggs,
Mm.
and Baby Yoda, got a bit of the munchies, and he,
Mm.
he,
Oh, that was
he
really
couldn't,
funny throughout the episode. How he
yeah,
just
he
kept on
couldn't.
eating them. Yeah.
Oh, it's just, I mean, he's eating her babies.
Mm.
Baby Yoda don't care. He'll wipe out a species if he's hungry. Um, but yeah, so I really liked her character, that alien, and how she was, along for the ride essentially.
Yeah.
Um, but of course, it's not that simple. Mando gets pulled over by two New Republic resistance members, I guess,
Yeah.
and one of them is Dave Filoni. What are your
Mm.
thoughts on that?
Look, I don't mind that a director's putting himself as a role in his work. We see it all the time. Um, but I think he might have played a cameo in season one. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he did.
And
Yeah,
if
definitely.
so, was it the same X-wing pilot?
I think so. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it was okay. Yeah, I was gonna have an issue with it if it was a different character because then irregularities come in play. And you just can't have the same actor playing different characters.
Hmm.
Insane that John Favreau plays like a bunch of characters, but
Yeah.
no, I think playing Dave Filoni playing one of the characters in this episode was a good nod to his work because he's obviously a big Star Wars fan like John Favreau, so he wants to be part of that as well.
Yeah, John Favreau and Dave Filoni, I feel like they own Star Wars at the moment. I feel
Yeah.
like Kathleen Kennedy, while she may be their boss, I feel like whatever John Favreau and Dave Filoni want to do, they can,
Mm.
considering the best Star Wars that we've had out of the Disney era has been probably The Mandalorian and the Clone Wars
Yeah.
finale. And that's John Favreau and Dave Filoni. So I feel like they have got such power over what happens at Lucasfilm.
Mm.
And I feel like if they say, I want to do something, nobody can say no. But for me, I mean, obviously, like we can recognize Dave Filoni as soon as we see him.
Yeah.
And for me, it just took me out of the episode. I'm like, that's Dave Filoni. That's not, I think his name is like Wolf something, like his code name is like Captain Wolf or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just takes me out of the episode because I'm like, that's not an X-wing pilot. That's Dave Filoni dressed up as an X-wing pilot. Like,
Okay.
but I liked his cameo. Like, and I like when directors have cameos, but it seems like this character might be more important as the season goes along, considering they sort of develop a relationship with Mando at the end.
Yeah.
And there's been some theories about maybe Dave Filoni's character can lead Mando to Ahsoka. So that could be interesting, but for me, it's too on the nose.
Yeah, if they play too big of a role, then it becomes a serious concern because obviously they're not professional actors, and there can be someone better suited for the job than them to, play that role.
And like obviously Star Wars fans are quite like well versed on who's directing things and who's in charge of things, and because we like to find out who's responsible for the good and the bad of Star Wars. And so a lot of people know who Dave Filoni is. So a lot of people are going to watch this episode and be like, oh, there's Dave Filoni.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Dave Filoni again. Oh, he's back. And for me, I just pick somebody else. Like I'm fine with Dave Filoni having that cameo in the first season.
Mm-hmm.
Just so we can realize, oh, that's nice. Dave Filoni gets to play an X-wing pilot. But as a more important thing in the series, it just takes me out of the episode. But that was just me. Obviously, Dave Filoni can do what he wants.
Yeah.
He's got that much power at Lucasfilm. But if I had my way, I would have limited his cameo to like that one in season one,
Mm-hmm.
and like maybe have him show up for like a line or two in the next season. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. What did you think of the planet? Obviously, from the trailers, I think we thought it would be Ilum, which is the
Ilum.
planet
Yeah.
where Jedi go to make their lightsabers because that's where the kyber crystals are found. But unfortunately, it's not the case. It's just some icy, frozen planet.
Yeah. I mean, they just needed a situation where they end up on this barren ice waste sort of land. Um,
Mm.
I'm sure there's many ice planets in Star Wars, so it looks exactly like Ilum. But in saying that, I'm pretty sure there's theories out there that, um, from the trailer when we see Mando traveling on this sort of barge-looking thing on the sea.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is set on the same planet as we are on now. So
Oh, okay.
um, I can't remember whether Mando got out of the planet or not. I think he did.
He, no, he did. Yeah,
Did.
his ship like limped out of the planet at the end.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, there's theories that he might return back to this planet and
okay.
look for the Jedi race there and get on the barge and I don't know, travel across sea or something. But yeah, I mean, it's another ice planet. You can't really go wrong with it.
No, no, awesome. No, hopefully, yeah, I'm excited to see who that mysterious hooded figure was, and obviously, when Ahsoka shows up, everyone's going to lose their minds.
Yeah.
We'll have to record our reaction straight after watching that episode because that's
Yeah.
going to be great. Um, but yeah, I will say I really liked the monsters in this episode, and I liked the sort of the tension that arose from all of those little spiders
Spider
that were
things. Yeah.
just like absolutely rushing Mando. It was like overwhelming, and then there's webs everywhere. So I really like that. And obviously we have that massive one that comes in at the end,
Yeah,
and we're
so
like,
that's actually a callback to Ralph McQuarrie's um work, which he was the original artist for the original trilogy. He designed things like Palpatine's chair, which we also see in The Rise of Skywalker.
mm,
Yeah, so he did a bunch of base work for what do they call it? Um, like the first ideas of Star Wars.
yeah, yeah,
He
the
drew up a lot.
concept art,
Yeah, the
yeah.
concept art. He drew up a lot of the what the stormtroopers are going to look like and what the
Mm.
Luke Skywalker is going to look like. So it's a cool callback to him when they use his work because obviously it's scrapped from when he was doing the original trilogy, but it's cool that it's now returning to Star Wars canon in a way.
Yeah, no, it's cool, and I really do like when they show the concept art during the credits of the
Yeah, I like
episode.
that as well.
Yeah, it's really nice. I actually, I think I stay through and watch most of them because the art is actually quite like beautiful. It's
Yeah,
really nicely designed and really nicely drawn. So yeah, no, awesome to see that carry on from the first season.
yeah,
But like overall, I think this was a filler episode, and I understand that not every episode can accelerate the plot so much. And obviously, in the Clone Wars, probably about half of the Clone Wars, probably more than that, were filler episodes.
yeah.
But for me, the Clone Wars was just more entertaining. Well, apart from the Jar Jar episodes, the Clone Wars always had more entertaining things going on. Whereas this is just like Mando needs to go somewhere. Oh, he's stuck. He encounters an obstacle,
Hmm.
and then he gets over the obstacle, and we're thinking, oh, thank God, now we can accelerate the plot, and then it ends. So it's sort of annoying me so far, and I did enjoy the first episode more. But do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I enjoyed episode one more as well.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there for today. We'll look forward to the third episode, and we'll give our opinions on that.
Yeah,
But yeah, overall, it was an okay episode. Baby Yoda was pretty funny, but apart from that, nothing really to write home about. And obviously, we'll look forward to the third episode.
yeah.
All right, guys. We'll catch you then for our thoughts on that third episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
So yeah.